What's up, guys? My name is Emily Neuhauser, and I am the mind behind Mental Performance. And I am just kickstarting my journey here on YouTube. Thought I would start up this channel. I haven't posted anything. I've posted on my personal YouTube channel here and there, but since starting Mental Performance as my own business back in November of 24, I just recently realized, why am I not here yet? But now here I am. So I'm on all social media accounts. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Pinterest. Actually, not too long ago, I added some pins on Pinterest just to kind of get my name out there and just promote a little bit about what I do. But I thought I'd add YouTube to my platforms and just try and reach a bigger audience because what I do is for absolutely everyone, and I will explain and elaborate on that in just a second. But I just want to say hi, and if you're here, I hope you hit subscribe by the end of this video. You're not going to want to miss out on the content that I bring to this channel. I'm really excited to kind of dive into more about what I do and how I can help you as a performer in life, because mental performance is for everyone. And it's not what you think. Mental performance is not therapy, or it's not to diagnose you with anything. It's to enhance on your already existing strengths as a human and as a performer in life. And just it's designed to help you and provide you mental tools to just keep in your quote unquote toolbox in life, and just take those out as you need them, as you hit mental blocks, or just to enhance your already existing strengths. Like I said, we all have strengths in life, and sometimes we forget to use those to our full capacity. And mental performance is all about just enhancing that performance within yourself that you know you already have, but might not be tapping into yet. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack with mental performance, but coaching mental performance is just such a unique thing to do. And it's just a never-ending conversation, really. And that's what I hope to bring to this channel. And I just invite you to come on this journey with me, and just let me take the reins and let me coach you in a very unique and different way. I'll expand on that a little more too. But let me tell you a little bit about me and my background and where I came from and where life has brought me to this very point and how it's brought me to this very point. So I grew up a year-round athlete. I was involved in sports year-round. Wouldn't change it for the world. I was involved in basketball, volleyball, track, softball. Being an athlete was my identity. Not just sports, but it really shaped me into the person I am today. And it has brought me to being a mental performance coach. So again, former athlete, all the way up to college. I played college basketball at a junior college in Illinois, Lakeland College, if you know Lakeland College or are familiar with it. And my first year of college ball, I tore my ACL. It was my very first serious injury. I am glad that it wasn't until then that I had a serious injury, because high school years were just prime. I would have been devastated if my high school career ended because of an injury, especially because of an ACL injury. But it happened. It was, I guess, inevitable for me. It was a move that I did all the time in basketball. It just happened to be that moment that decided to give on me. And not only did I tear my ACL, I also tore my meniscus, even though that's a pretty minute injury compared to ACL. But that took me back 8-9 months out of basketball. It was a long journey back to the game. But I did not have a mental performance coach. I had no idea what a mental performance coach even was at that time. I was working towards, I had some interest in sports psychology, but little did I know that sports psychology was all about mental performance coaching and what it can do, especially for an athlete that's trying to bounce back from an injury like an ACL. But that's kind of like, in hindsight, why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I can relate to something like that, and why a mental performance coach can be so valuable to an athlete. But yeah, I mean, I was studying psychology at the time. I was interested in sports psychology just because I had seen some things about it. I hadn't really dug into anything about it, or did any like deep research. But then after I got my bachelor's in psychology, I was looking into master's programs just to find my niche and just where I wanted to develop more in the psychology realm, because there's so many directions to take with psychology. But I'm like, well, sports psychology is a thing. Hello, I'm a former athlete. I love sports. I love psychology. Why not just do sports psychology? So I found a master's program at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, and I was like, well, let's apply. I actually ended up moving to Knoxville with my sister, Paige, hoping I would get into the program. I moved there not even knowing I'd get into the program. And when I applied, I waited. I prayed. I hoped that I would be in that program. I moved there. So God did his work, and I got into the program. And there she is. There's Bagel. What are you doing? Anyway, so yeah, I got into the program, and I started in 2021, because I moved to Knoxville in 2020. Didn't start the master's program till fall of 2021. It was about a 1.5-year program, and it was such a good program. I mean, it's UT, go Vols. But yeah, it was so interesting to really dive into what sport. Bagel, you are shaking the camera, girl. But no, it was just such a fascinating field to dive into, especially not knowing a whole lot going into it. But here I am. I graduated in it was December of 2022, and it's very intimidating once you wrap up a master's program and then you're like let loose. You're like, all right, go find your career. I mean, you could have gone on to get your doctor's or doctoral degree, but I decided, no, what I want to do, I'm sure I can find something with a master's degree. And I think it's just like a great starting point too. And so I was looking into, okay, where can I apply? Where can I utilize my skills coming fresh out of grad school? And I had some of my classmates, or one or two of my classmates, had applied to a military base, because military is one of the many domains that mental performance coaches can work in. And I was like, ooh, military, that's kind of interesting. I'm like, might as well. Like, I'm fresh out of grad school. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm going to grab onto any opportunity that I can and just grow in the field first and see where I'm comfortable at and where I can grow. And so I applied to, the first base I applied to was Fort Hood in Texas. Little did I know that, I mean, Fort Hood, I guess, is, I don't know, the reputation isn't great, apparently, but it was just something to get my name out there and put my name on an application. So I did that. I heard back. I guess it's a very competitive job, because it's Army wide. You can apply to pretty much any Army base and be a mental performance coach, or what they call a performance expert, master resilience trainer. But anyway, I applied there, and I did not get it. I was kind of crushed, because, I was like, oh, come on, I just graduated. Like, I want to start working. But in hindsight, I'm like, oh, yeah, I kind of dodged it. I after hearing just some things about that place, I mean, it's not like there's nothing wrong with the base. It's just, I think I probably would have preferred a better base to go to. But didn't get that one. Okay, let's move on. I applied to another base. It was Fort Bragg in North Carolina. one of my classmates from UT had gotten a job there. And so I was like, hey, that'd be pretty cool to work alongside an old classmate. And so I applied to that one. Interview went great. And I was waiting again, hoping that this one would stick and I would get the job. Nope, strike two. That's okay, because the third application I sent was the winner. So I ended up at Fort Gordon at the time. It's now Fort Eisenhower in Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. And I am so fortunate to have gotten that one. The work environment was great. I had a great manager. I had great coworkers. It was like the perfect fit for me and my personality at the time. And I grew so much at that job, and I worked there for, I think it was about a year and a half. Why I stayed there for only a year and a half, that's another time. That's another story. There's nothing negative to say about my experience there and why I left. But again, that's something I can break down and dive a little bit deeper into later. Personal reasons. So I wrapped up my time there in September. It was last year, 2024. And now I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Again, I can explain that in another video about how I've gotten to this point. But right now, I just want to dive into how I've gotten to this point and as a mental performance coach running my own business. So yeah, like I said, I've said this like 3 times now, but I started Empower Mental Performance in November of last year. And again, just trying to grow my audience and reach as many people as possible. And recently, I just published my first book. It's called The God-Given Mind. And this is another reason why I am wanting to start up this channel and just promote that and promote more of what I do and just getting more into why I feel like my approach to mental performance is unique, because not only do I bring in the science and the psychological background of sports psychology and mental performance, I also bring in my faith. I am very, very, very strong in my faith, and I think it can do wonders when you tap into your faith. And mental performance and faith just work so smooth and so much in harmony together that I think I'm trying to fill that gap in mental performance. And that's where I'm kind of at right now with my coaching business. Now, it is for me like at the center of my coaching philosophy. But I know everyone's walk with Christ is different, and everyone's at a different walk with Christ, or they all have a different faith journey, what have you. But that is something that I absolutely 100% will provide and will be, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but that is something that I, of course, will offer in my coaching business. Now, if that's not for you, I understand. I'm not going to push that. That's not me, but it is there. I'm offering it. If not, I can obviously take a neutral approach, but it's not something that I'm going to bring up to clients. I mean, it's there on my website. It's offered, but whenever we start a one-on-one session, or if I do business with you, I will have you as the client bring that up, because I don't want to be the one to have to bring it up, as much as I would love to, because that's part of my coaching philosophy on my side of things. But in order to bring that in, I would want the client to bring that in as they see fit, and as much as to keep them as comfortable as possible in the process. So something that they can bring up for sure. But it's just something I'm very passionate about and something that I hope I can bring more into the work I do. The work I do is a little slow. I mean, I just started in November. I know starting up your own business can have its struggles, and you struggle along the way, and just to find your voice and find your audience. But I really think, like, going back to the book I wrote, The God-Given Mind, I really think I did find my voice. And I just am very, very passionate about speaking on this topic in general, and just bringing awareness to everyone about it, because if I haven't said this already, everyone in life is a performer, and I just love that because my business can reach anyone. I can reach out to anyone and show the value and the benefits that you can gain from working with me or other mental performance coaches. But my motto is help me empower you. And that's why Empower came to light, because, well, EM is capitalized in my logo, Empower Mental Performance, because Emily, but also empower. Like, it's all about empowerment. I can empower you. You can empower yourself. Together, we can work together and empower you to become the very best version of yourself. And it's just such a fun field. Like, the content I can create on this channel is like, I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it. But I'm excited to dive in, and I hope I gain a lot of interest, and you subscribe and are on this journey with me. I'm looking at my note card. I don't know if I said that by now, but it's very intimidating as a first video on YouTube, because you're just like, sell yourself. Like, you want to gain interest. You don't want to bore anyone. But I just want to make sure I hit on everything, because this kickstarts everything. But I feel like I've talked enough. I've already gone over the time I thought I was going to spend on this video. But we have all the time in the world. So we can dive a little bit deeper into specifics later. But I do want to invite you to subscribe. You're not going to want to miss out. I'm going to bring some exciting, fun content. It's not going to be boring. I promise you that. It's going to be laid back, chill. I'm just chilling in my office, nothing like crazy and structured, nothing that's going to be hard to follow. Like, I'll break things down easily, and engage with you guys. I want to make this as fun as possible. It's a fun field. Like, you as the client, or you as the listener, or as the follower, like, it's on you. Like, I am here to be the facilitator. Like, this is a working relationship, but I can only give you so much, and then you can do the rest and apply it to your life as you see fit and whatever works for you. But working together to empower you and to become the very best version of yourself. I think we're always trying to reach our full potential. I don't think we ever hit full potential. I think we're always trying to strive towards our next best self. And that's my goal here. And how we approach that is going to be unique. It's going to be different for everyone. But what I bring to the table is going to help everyone. I promise you that. So yeah, I'm like out of breath right now. So I'm going to like wrap it up. But again, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media. Again, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm also on Pinterest. Maybe not as much, but again, I'm pretty much anywhere on social media you can find me. You can find me on my personal, obviously, and you can find me on Empower Mental Performance handles on social media. So I'm sure I'll drop the handles and whatnot in the details, in the video below. But yeah, that's where we're at in this channel, and I really hope you come along with me. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I've just really been enjoying just finding my voice and just speaking my thoughts freely. It's another thing we can get into later, but I used to have a fear of public speaking. I know it's different when you're on the screen and you're on a video and not in front of people physically, but I think this field has helped me a lot, and mental performance coaching myself has helped do wonders too for me. But again, we can get into more specifics later. So I am going to, because I don't have a question in my mind right now, but I'm going to drop in the comments a question so I can engage with you guys in the comments and maybe even carry that over into the next video. But for now, thank you for sticking with me again. This was way longer than I had thought. But there's so much more to unpack, and I really hope that you join me on this channel and across social media and help me empower you. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.